開いた絵本金色の杖かざす魔法使いずっと待ち焦がれてた星と月の夜小さな夢私にも叶えられるといつか羽ばたく今は遠く果てなくとも輝き出す朝焼けの彼方飛び立つ羽の
wouldn't expect a game like this to come out of my channel, but I played it, I picked it up, I've beat it 2 times, and it's totally addicting, so I wanted to share it with all of you. Now, I've debated whether I want to just start over fresh and do a new game, or whether I'd like to load a cleared game data and start from there. But I think to get the maximum amount of footage in this game and to show off as much as I possibly can, because the game is under a time limit, I would like to start with the New Game Plus feature. The only thing you get in New Game Plus is weapons. You can see here that I have a bunch of stats and levels and things like that, but everything defaults back to 0 or 1. So I think that's fair. I get equipment, but everything else will start off new and you won't miss out on anything important. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started.
Good morning, Princess. I trust you are awake. This morning you have your arithmetic and history lessons, and the afternoon is reserved for etiquette practice. Princess?
So that must be us. And this is Rufus, who is going to play a huge role in this game.
She snuck away again, I see. Such a troublesome child. I have a good idea where she's run off to. I fear Lord Dessier will be no less irritated than last time.
So the beginning of this game is a whole lot of cutscenes, and the intro is going to be very long. It has a very long introductory prologue sequence, so just try to bear with me here and just sit back and enjoy.
Ha! The perfect getaway! That stuffy old castle can't hold me! Today's too darn important to be stuck inside! This is Arl's kingdom. It's a tiny little kingdom way to the northwest of the Arland Republic. But unlike Arland, we've got no machinery, no alchemy, no nothing. Still, it's a pretty amazing place. My name is Meruru Raid Arls, but everyone just calls me Meruru.
So she's a very interesting protagonist, as you can clearly see. Very colorful. This game's very cutesy and very over the top.
I'm the princess around here. But, well, not that I'm complaining, but my life does lack a certain excitement.
And a lot of the voices are quieter than the game audio. I've tried to fix this by turning the music way down, but some characters are a lot more soft-spoken than others, so that's why I'm trying not to talk through the cutscenes. In case you can't hear it, you'll always be able to read it.
I'd always dreamed about the big, magical world outside the castle walls, and I wanted to see it for myself. One day, I came across something wonderful that would turn my dream into a reality. Good morning, Miss Toturi! It's me, Meruru! I'm here just like you asked.
So this is a very important location that we will be coming to a lot, and this is Miss Toturi, a very important character as well, and a huge role model.
Did you fall asleep while you were synthesizing again?
In Meruru's eyes anyways. Interesting character.
Something smells good. I wonder what she's synthesizing. Some tasty treat, maybe? But it looks like it could use another good stir. Alright, I'm gonna finish up her synthesis. I am her apprentice after all. Besides, I'm starving. Oh, but she might yell at me if I touch it. But it's about to boil over.
Aw, she won't mind if you mess with her potion. Go ahead. Go for it. What could go wrong?
I'll just give it one quick stir. A teensy little stir never hurt anyone. I think she did it like this. I don't think it's supposed to smell like that. Maybe I should just stir it a little more. Swirly, 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 swirly. I feel like something's gone terribly wrong here.
Aw, you messed it up. She's gonna be so mad at you.
Oh, Meruru. Good morning. Miss Toturi, this is just, I was just trying to help. Ah, Meruru! Oh, when you stir it like that, oh, watch out! Ah, I knew I shouldn't have touched it.
Oh, that's not good. That's a bit of a rude awakening there, Toturi.
It seems to have exploded. Miss Toturi, Meruru? I'm really sorry. This is all my fault. You stirred too quickly, didn't you? Remember, take it nice and easy. Imagine the material slowly changing form. Huh? Miss Toturi, you're not mad at me? Of course not. Everyone makes mistakes at first. But as long as you're here, why don't you try making this?
Alright, so she's not mad, and that's awesome. And we also have the opportunity to create an item, a healing salve.
This one's pretty easy. But it's important that you stir it just right. Remember what I told you. Are you sure about this? I mean, I really screwed up your synthesis just now. Don't worry.
As long as you learn from your mistakes, it's okay. You'll be fine. Okay, here we go!
Okay, so after all of that cutscene, we get to the bread and butter of the game, which is synthesizing. It allows you to use alchemy to create different items. Any item you can make will appear on the list to the left. If there's a triangle beside it, it means that you may be able to synthesize an ingredient for that item, and an X means you can't make it at all. You have a success rate, so make sure to watch, as if you have a low success rate, you may not be able to make the item that you want to make. And you also cannot make an item if you have a low amount of MP. So they're throwing this all at you at once, but don't worry, it's going to become extremely easy once we actually do it, and it'll just be cake. They're going to go into things like traits and cost level and all these other things, but I'm going to go over this in much greater detail when it becomes a little bit more relevant. So, just as an example, we get to make an item. So we're going to go ahead and make the healing salve. We can only make one, so we're going to go ahead and make it. And like I said, I'm going to go into this in much greater detail when I have a little bit more time to describe what's going on, but for now I just want to get this whole introductory stuff out of the way. So if you're lost, don't worry, I was when I first started playing too. But there we go, simple, done. And we didn't make it explode this time!
Is this right?
So that's gotta be a good thing.
Take a look here. Let's see. Yup. You passed with flying colors. I passed? Bingo! I know I haven't been in your kingdom long, and we only met a short time ago. But I wanted to test you to find out how serious you were about wanting to become an alchemist. The most important thing is your motivation to learn, and whether you're truly devoted to the art of alchemy.
I see. But is it really that easy to become an alchemist?
Of course, becoming a full-fledged alchemist takes much longer. But you've just taken your first step.
Ah, so it's really not so simple, huh? But I'm an alchemist now. Everyone's gonna go nuts when they find out.
Well then, Miss Alchemist, congratulations.
Thanks! I want to become a truly magnificent alchemist like you, Miss Totri.
Miss... Do you really have to call me Miss Totri?
But Miss Totri is Miss Totri, Miss Totri.
I suppose so. It'll take some getting used to, though. I wonder if Miss Rorona ever felt this way. Oh, but what will your father think of his little princess becoming an alchemist?
Don't sweat it. My dad's really understanding. He's pretty much always okay with whatever I decide to do.
Whatever you say.
Anyway, let's begin today's lesson by reviewing the basics of alchemy.
Okay! I'll do whatever it takes to become the world's most brilliant alchemist.
Oh, just a second. I think someone's here.
Oh, and we get to meet another new character.
I knew I'd find you here, Princess. Keina!
This is Meruru's best friend from childhood, and her name is Keina, and she's also Meruru's caretaker, so she plays a pretty big role as well.
I brought you a towel and a change of clothes. Feel free to get cleaned up and change out of those dirty things. Change? My clothes aren't that dirty, are they?
Apparently.
Dirty enough for Mr. Rufus to notice, I'm sure. If he finds out you've been down here... You're right. It'll be a non-stop lecture marathon. I better get changed then. Now
Now then, Princess, lift your arms up and I'll tighten your corset for you.
Okie dokie. Like this?
A bit more to the right. There. Now you're gonna feel a little squeeze.
Meruru, does she always help you change like this? Mm-hmm. Ever since I was little. Why? Oh, no. I was just curious. It's not all that strange for a princess, I guess. So anyway, Keina, how'd you know where to find me?
You were acting awfully fidgety last night, Princess. And this is the only place you'd risk running off to so early in the morning.
You always see right through me. And what prompted you to bring a towel and clean clothes?
I understand alchemy is a difficult art to master, considering our princess's chronic clumsiness. I naturally assumed she would find herself covered in some sort of debris.
Such impressive deductions. Can you predict all of Meruru's actions so well?
Well, I've been serving our princess ever since we were children, so...
Keina knows everything about me. But Keina, you promised. Unless we're in some stuffy formal setting, you said you'd call me by name, remember?
But this is Miss Totori's workshop.
And? Miss Totori's just my teacher, so it's okay. Come on, say it.
Very well, Meruru.
Good, that's better. Princess just sounds too... you know.
Okay, I understand. There we are, all finished.
Oh, Japan and their lollies.
So, what now, Meruru? Mr. Rufus seemed rather displeased. His mood was less than amicable.
Ugh. I do not want to go back and have to deal with another one of Rufus's stone-faced lectures.
Perhaps, but Lord Dessier is worried as well. It would be best if you return to the castle for now.
No! I'm not leaving yet. Miss Totori, you still have a bunch to teach me about alchemy, right?
Good heavens. Then, at least promise me you'll return as soon as you're finished here, okay?
I will, I promise. Anyway, let's keep going, Miss Totori. All right. Then let's talk about one of the most important aspects of item synthesis, collecting ingredients. Alchemy begins with gathering all the necessary ingredient materials. Without these, synthesis is impossible. You'll have to search far and wide for your materials, sometimes traveling to unknown lands. It's a crucial job. Whoa, that sounds great! I want to do that!
Now hold on just a second. You're not thinking of leaving town, are you? Out of the question! The area outside town is crawling with monsters. They might not be all that strong, but...
Oh, that's perfect! Courage is another important part of becoming an alchemist, right, Miss Totori?
Courage and recklessness are two very different things, Meruru. But I see you've already made up your mind. Miss Totori, please say something. Don't you think this is all happening too quickly for her?
Well, gathering materials is a basic skill, so I'd like her to learn. Moyuri Forest is right nearby.
Ah, Keina is outnumbered.
See? Even Miss Totori agrees. Plus, we used to go there all the time. There's nothing dangerous about it.
If you insist, but only on one condition. I will accompany you myself.
What? But I mean, there's nothing for you to even do out there.
So much the better. You can protect me from monsters, and I'll protect you from your own overeagerness.
Fine. I guess that's okay. All right, Miss Totori, we're off. Be safe out there. Oh, and take these. They'll come in handy if you get into any trouble.
Awesome, so we're going on our first adventure, and we also get 3 unis to help us out.
Oh, thanks a bunch. Okay, we better scram before Rufus shows up. Let's go!
Oh, Meruru, so optimistic about everything. So off we go with Keina in our party to the forest, which is a very beautiful place. Everything in this game is incredibly graphically pleasing. It looks so nice.
We're here! Let's get gathering!
It's been ages since I was here last. We're close enough to town that monsters shouldn't be a problem, right?
Monsters won't be a problem anyway. I'm here, right? I'll just whack anything that gets too close. Now let's go!
Please don't jinx us like that. Anyway, let's hurry up and get this over with.
I was just kidding. But yeah, let's do this quick. Oh, there's something over there.
Alright, so now that we're at the forest, we're going to learn what is probably the single most important thing about the game, and that is gathering. And gathering is very simple. Again, they're going to go into a bit of a tutorial, but I'm going to go over all these points in better detail, you know, when I'm out in the open world, able to kind of do whatever it is I want, but feel free to read everything that's on the bottom there. Very simple. You basically press X to harvest things, pick what ones you want, put them in your basket, and you'll be on your way. You can then use what's in your basket to synthesize, and it's very important to remember that when you perform an action such as gathering things, the time will pass, and it's very important to keep track of time in this game. So that's all going to play in later, and we're going to learn how to balance our time and our synthesis and our alchemy and all of those other things. But right now, we're just going to start with the first bit of gameplay after this. You can also see we're getting a lot of help pages, and I'll be going over where those are stored and the menu options and things like that in the next videos. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this as much as I did and do still. And yeah, I hope you guys look forward to watching more. I'd really appreciate your support. Thanks so very much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you next time.